Hello and welcome back to another episode of Infinifactory. This is the first clip for this puzzle here. I forgot what it's called, it doesn't really matter. I didn't really do much. Well, yeah, we did this in the first episode. It took more than half an hour to just set this up, and it's not even completely done, as I'm sure you're all aware, because we still need to drill these two holes and these two holes right here, and then we need to fit these things into that somehow. But I haven't really worried about that at all. All I did off camera in between the recording sessions, well, or in between the recordings, not sessions, same session. All I did is this. I just set up these, very unexciting, not super complicated. I had to monkey with the timing a bit, but it's working out perfectly right now. So over here I'm welding the floor and the ceiling, and over here I'm welding the wall, obviously. The first time this welds, it gets pushed with this pusher here, so it's 4 wide, and then the second time, and the third block gets to this counter here. Well, this is the first one, this is the second one, when it gets pushed here. Right here. And the third one is gonna be the first layer of the second piece of it, whatever. So that works out nicely. So we drop this one down, it's the floor, it's 4 wide, it goes down here. Oh, I didn't consider this. Yeah, I just added these to see the position for them, but yeah, that cuts away that corner, we can't have that. I don't know where to cut these holes, basically, into the wall yet, but we'll figure it out. Then over here the wall comes in, it gets dropped, and this lines up perfectly. Just perfectly. Which is very nice, I have to say. Yeah, I don't really know how I make the hole yet, because I obviously can't make it like this, and I don't think I can change the way the floor and ceiling get delivered here, because I want them to drop so I can have it like welded on the fly, which means I need to drill these holes or eviscerate these holes somewhere else, and I don't really know where. I could have these on pushers, I guess. Used that before here, let's try. 1, 2, 3, right here and here. So we would want them like this, basically. And obviously we need pushers behind. And we need them connected to something. And I'm not sure if this is gonna be a problem or not, but let's just get rid of it and attach this like out back like this. And the same goes here. So it's not floating, right? Nope. Okay. So I guess when the wall comes in, it's gonna be the second block. Yeah, I can just put a counter there, I'm pretty sure. Like here. Right. Oh, it's annoying. I can connect like this. There we go, whatever. So the first block going through the counter is the floor, which is gonna land here. And the second one is gonna be the wall, and it's gonna push them out. And that's gonna be it, I hope. Let's just see it run. And I think that's gonna be it for this clip, maybe, because I haven't really thought about this or that at all, so I don't know what I'll do with it yet. We'll need to figure something out. I hope that I can assemble everything here. It's very tight, unfortunately. I might have to do something completely different here, but for now this seems like a nice setup. It's just gonna be really hard to get these things all in here and then move it still, because there's really not a lot of space. Space, again, big issue, unfortunately, which I'm not a fan of, because I can't really... I mean, I could make all of this into one thing and then move it in from here and then have it welded somewhere. Not sure where. Because obviously it would be very nice to just go into the output like this. But then I can't weld on this side, which is a problem. I should have moved this. But yeah, the setup is again annoying. If the inputs were reversed, it would be much easier, I think. But yeah. That's how you make a difficult puzzle. You just make it annoying to sort of, yeah. All right, enough complaining. I'll think about it and I'll do another clip soon. See you then. All right, more progress. This was very easy too, actually. I thought it was going to give me more problems, but actually, this is it. So the basic idea, well, we've established how this works in the previous episode, but this one, it just goes beyond here. It runs into those eviscerators, which make the horse for these, whatever those are. Then this sensor triggers a pusher, which pushes it back 1 block to here. It also extends these two, so they go out and drill those 2 holes back here. I can't have those extended all the time, because then I would make holes up front too, which I don't want. And then at the same time, there's a counter down here that counts to 6. When it goes by, it counts up until 5. When it gets pushed back 1 block, this is the sixth block. It pushes it out, and then it gets just picked up by this conveyor and moved. And then I can do whatever I want with it. I have no idea what that is yet. So now there are 2 more very annoying things about this puzzle that we need to get, you know, our head around. First one is the input rate for this, because this spawns instantly. I guess you start it, it just comes out of there, which is not good, because we don't need it yet. I could save them maybe, like I could put one, like drop one and then drop the second one on top, weld them together and then move them as a unit maybe. I could save time. Does this one come instant? Yeah, this is instant too. I don't know, I'll have to store that somewhere, because I can't really use that for a long time. We might try to do the flight thing that we did last time, where we have this, where we have a lifter underneath this one, this block basically of it, and then have this come by and swoop it up somehow. Probably come from this side though, and then have like welders on this side or something, and then it gets moved away or something. I think that's a good possibility here. What I don't know yet is how I move this whole thing. I feel like I might have to actually move this entire stupid thing like out here somewhere to put it all together. And I don't know if I have enough space. I need to figure that out actually. I think that's enough space though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No, it's not. 14, 16, 17. Is this 17? But this is not. There's not enough space here because. And what? How many blocks tall? 8 blocks tall? Can't even. There's just enough space? There's just enough space, okay. Can I still move it then? I don't know. I don't know, but okay, let's just try. So this is where I am. Oh, come on, don't fall. This is where I end up, right? Yes. And then I would have to be pushed over 1 block, and it's still enough to be able to move out of here, right? Yes, it is. Because I'm 4 blocks wide, right? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. So then we could just have a conveyor right here and then go all the way back here and have it go this way or something. If I didn't miscount, this should work, I think. Now we just need to push it out. Can I push from this sensor? I'm not sure what's gonna happen if I try that. Because I feel like the VAR and the ceiling come in simultaneously, but maybe they actually don't. So we'll just see if this is all attached or not if I do it like this. This is a huge footprint, but I don't really care. I just care about solving these now. That seems to work actually. I'm amazed. This also reduces my timing headaches because the next floor is already almost done, I think. But since we have this over here now, we can have a second one come in already. Now I have other problems because I still don't really know how I move stuff in here and then weld it too, because there's really no space at all. That's gonna be interesting. Well, actually, there's no room anyway. I can't just weld like here as I go out. This might actually be possible like this. I just need to put it all together now. This is interesting. Okay, so this is the lever we're on. Then there's 2 blocks, right? And then on the third, we want the bottom of this thing. So if you just move this one out like, I don't know, like this. I just need this as a visual aid here. So 1, 2, and then this is where I want the bottom of it, right? So I want this to be at 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this lever? Something? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. This is not gonna work like that, I know, but I need to try stuff here. I can't. It looked like it was off lever there, but it's on the same lever, weirdly enough. This comes in here. Yeah, I know this is not set up right. I need to... I'll rotate it. I can. Yeah, I definitely need to rotate it this way. And then I needed to... Actually, I need this one here, right? I'm not sure now. I'm confused. I managed to confuse myself, which is never great. Ah, this is so loud. This takes so long over here. Okay, we're not really lined up at all. Yeah, of course we're not. Why did I do it like this? I thought about positioning and I still did it wrong. That's how good I am at this. No instincts whatsoever for this yet. And we're almost done with the game, so I doubt I'll develop them. Wait, did this stick out? No, it didn't, right? Oh, because it drops one. Is this too low? Yeah, this is what I want. Is it? I'm still off by 1 here, right? Pretty sure I am. Yeah, okay, we're off by 1 and by 1. Okay, this one is an easy fix. The other one not so sure. Because we need to be about 1 higher up, right? That's what it was. But then that doesn't work with this because things are weird. Oh, I can just... Is this right? Come on. This is so slow. No, I'm too... What? I'm always off by 1. How? Oh, did that get lifted? Is that why it was wrong? What is happening? This is right now, right? But it's not in a good spot. That's the thing. Yeah, this is the right lever though, okay. And now I just need a... Is this... Wait. Yeah, this is right. And then we just weld it like here. And then we also just move it out like here or something. Well, there's almost no space now. If there is any. It's not great, not great. But it works, it does what we wanted to do now. And amazingly, it doesn't get stuck. I was sure it was gonna get stuck somewhere on the way down. Alright, so that's that. I'll monkey around with this and there'll be another clip, and hopefully that will be it, but I have a feeling we'll run into some problems. So stay tuned. Alright, there we go, another clip, more progress, but I think I might have hit a problem that I cannot solve, which would really suck, because this is otherwise a really nice setup that I have. So where did we leave off? I was getting this lined up, right? I think that's the last thing I did. Yeah. So this is lined up now, it gets picked up here and welded together and stuff. And down here what I did is I just rotated it and lifted it. And then the second one coming in rotates and lifts too. It attaches right here, then it gets moved out over here. It goes around, this is all useless. Then it waits right here, then this thing picks up that, comes down here, and this is really neat now. This triggers the sensor, which triggers that pusher, which pushes out that block and pushes that in there. Those two, well, get stuck in the holes. There's a lifter down here which keeps this floating in mid-air. And now we just have to wait for the wall to come in. And the ceiling, there we go. It comes in here, this gets attached here, and it's basically ready to ship. But I just thought of this after after I did all of this, I realized that if I start moving this now, this is gonna be attached because I welded it back here. It's a, like, yeah, around the corner welding setup thing. So I could just, I don't know. I could just have like a block right here, I think, basically, but I think that what's going to happen is that these two are not attached to this, they're just stuck in there, and they're not attached to the floor or the ceiling either, so they'll get pushed in by one. And then they won't be, they'll stick out. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Actually, I'm very sure, but let's just look at it. And so we need to attach that to something, and I don't know how and where. This is coming in now. It's attached, but yeah, this moves in by one. Which you can't have. Ah, so close. We're off by one a piece of the thing, you know, being one block to the left. Okay, so the problem is that I can't have welders just out here waiting, because then I'm moving in from this side and I'm moving in in the right spot, so that's not gonna be okay. Another question: can I have something behind this here? No, there's no more space, no more space at all. That's unfortunate. Also, no, it wouldn't help anyway. No, it wouldn't. We need to attach this to something. I don't know how, because I can't have a welder in here, because then I can't move, and I can't weld. I could have a welder outside here, but welders don't work like that, I don't think. So if I have a welder outside, like out one block and then attach to it right here, and then one above, one block over, that's not gonna work, right? Like this. I mean, this is not gonna, well, this is not where I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be up here, right? Yeah, like this. No, is this right? No, this is off by one. It would need to be one higher. Then it's not gonna work, yeah. And I can't have one here. I can have one here though. Is that gonna help? It would. Okay, let's try this. Where am I? So on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th block. From the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here? Not sure. This is where this would be. And then this above. Oh, but this is not gonna attach anything. Because it's not touching anything of this. Or is there a block here? I don't know where there's a block there. But if you do it like this, I don't know. Oh, it's gonna fall, of course. I don't know if this... Oh, this is still gonna fall. There you go. I don't know if this is actually okay now. I can't imagine. I need to look at it. It might be off too by like a block. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, this is too high up actually, and off by a block. Interesting. Wait. Yeah, this is all wrong. What am I doing? It's so hard for me, for some reason, to imagine these things. Yeah, but this is not gonna work anyway, I'm sure now. It's not gonna actually attach anything. But yeah, let's just see it not work, so we can, you know, forget about this idea. I need to do something else, I don't know what. Oh yeah, this is a problem. I hadn't even considered, see? There's just not enough space. That's the only issue I have on this end now. If I had like a few more blocks in between the bar and this, then I would be golden, but I can't have that. Yeah. What else can I do? Can I weld this thing? Can I weld this to that? Maybe I can actually. Let's see. Where do I end up? I end up waiting. Like this is the middle of that block thing. Right? Yeah, so this is where I would need to be. We go one block this way. One, two, three, four, five. So right here somewhere. Yeah, I can't have that here actually. Let's see. This is the edge of that. If I go like down by one right here. I need to see it. I can't imagine things anymore. I've lost that ability a long time ago in this game. We're very close, but it might just be not doable, which would really suck. Oh really, this is already too close? Come on, that sucks a lot. Because this is already in the output. Yeah, I don't have space. I just need 1 or 2 more blocks. Come on, game. Why? I mean, it's partially my fault, I guess. Because I set this up that way. I could move this over and drop sooner and have this more... Yeah, I would have more space. I just need to see if there's a space, like one spot. I just need one block of space somewhere. If I have a welder right here, like, well, on this lever, obviously, right here, and one above this right here, is that gonna attach? It would have to be here. I can't imagine it. Why? Why am I so bad at this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here is where that would be. And then I would need... I can't have stuff above. I can't. Ah! Why? But this would be the block, right? Let's just see. I just need a little bit more space. Yeah, this is the right block. I didn't want to. I wanted to pause it. I keep doing that too, which is also very annoying. I think that would attach, but I can't do it because this is in the way of the drop. And there's no space for anything here. And this is already, yeah, there's already the ceiling here on this block. So I can't have anything down one here either. How do I do it? There has to be a way to do this. I refuse to believe that there isn't. Can I push welders? Oh, I can't push down. Oh, if I could push down, then I could do it. I think. Maybe. I don't know. At least I would have another idea to try. There's no way I get a welder right here. And it's not like I can push something in from this side either. I'm pretty sure this is a solid block, right in between here, right? Yeah, this is a block, this is a block. I mean, there's a 2 block gap here. But no, I can't push anything in because this is where this block drops. I don't have enough space. This is the problem. I need to change this configuration. But it's so nice. I like it a lot. It's just impossible to attach this stupid thing now. Yeah, I can't push down. If I could push down, I could try some things, but I can't. So I can't try anything right now. I don't see any other options, any other things I could test. Because if this would just move, I could just have the welders like right out here, basically, on this block. And I would just weld it onto it like here, but now it's always gonna get moved by 1 block before I can weld it. So it's is this in the way actually? This might actually be in the way. I think it is. Yes, it is. Because this is all way too close together. Okay, I think I need to end this clip and think about this some more. I might have to change this whole thing because I just cannot find a way to attach it. Be right back. All right, here we are again. I couldn't find a good way to do it, so I also didn't clean this up yet at all. There's still a bunch of stuff that I don't need anymore. Do I need both of these? I probably don't. But now it's not attached. I don't need these. Let's reduce our block count a little bit. It's very ugly. So basically what I ended up doing, I'll just show you. So what I ended up doing is I moved this and also this over to the left so that I had more space to work with down here. But I still couldn't figure out a way to really attach it well, so I decided to just attach this part to this part right here. So this just goes... This is the same setup as before. They get lifted up and welded together, and then they just wait right here. And they wait for the big white block to drop, which happens right here. Then this triggers this, pushes in that conveyor. The conveyor pushes those two parts into the holes, where they get welded right here with these two welders. And then it just goes into the end position. And I hope I lined it up right. I haven't actually tried it yet. But there goes the first one. Let's see if you get a ding. And then it could still break, but I don't think it will, because I don't think there's anything really timing sensitive here. I think it should be the same each cycle. So it's just going to take a long time here, but we solved it. I mean, that's pretty great. Man, this was a rough one. Yeah, it's just that the timing and the positioning for those last few pieces, there's just not enough space. If this whole thing were like, I don't know, 10 more blocks this way or something. I was even messed up. How did that go wrong? I have no idea how it went wrong. I've never been this far. View errors. Yeah, I know this is not the right thing, but why did it happen? Oh, we didn't solve it yet. I was sure this was gonna work, because, yeah, I guess we've never had it run for long enough. There's some mistake I made up here. Is it just blocks piling up or something? I don't know what went wrong. Oh yeah, there are blocks falling off here. Wait, why? Why is that a thing? I'm very confused now. I need to watch this. It's very loud, I'm sorry. This was making wrong things too. It's building blocks too. What? No. I never tested this. I should have tested this. What's an easy fix for this? I don't know. I still don't really see what's happening exactly. Yeah, they had spilled one in. And then it's gonna trigger, and that's not good. If you do something like this... I mean, technically I don't need this to be that fast, I think. No, it still needs to be pretty fast, so I don't know. So far I haven't seen a mistake, but I don't know, it's hard to tell. It's not spilling out any blocks anymore, so maybe it's fine. It was just that, yeah, right here it pushed a block in there and then that triggered this when it should have triggered one block later, so it made like a 3 byte instead of a 4 byte and discarded the block. And right here I don't really know, it just slowed down and that threw off the timing of the seeding. That's the 2 issues, I guess. But I think it should be good now. At least it feels like it is. But yeah, these very fast inputs, I guess I could have split it. I could have had 2 lines of welding, 1 for each input line, and then put them together somehow. But I feel like it would have been more complicated to do the 4 and 3 thing like that. It would have worked for this, could have just had another line and then pushed it in. I could have, yeah. I don't know. Might have been a problem pushing it together or something, but who cares really? I think that would have worked too, and I think this is it now. So not a big issue, just a small, just something I hadn't ever tested because I hadn't ever made one. So no way to know. And it always worked for the first one. It felt like it should work for every single one because nothing changes, but yeah, it's just, I don't know why actually. I guess it's just it feels like there shouldn't be a delay, like it shouldn't change the timing. So if it spills, it should spill right away, right? Because the wait time doesn't really change. It just has to wait when this gets pushed, because that's a little bit slower than the input or something. I don't know. I could have had a longer waiting line thing or something, but I don't. Nah, I don't care. I really don't care. I also have no idea how you reduce the cycle score for this, because if I up the input rate, this is just gonna get stuck here, right? Actually, I want to see what happens if I up the input rate. I don't think it's gonna be any faster, really. Oh wow, it's already starting to spill lots and lots of blocks. How do you manage that? I have no idea how you would manage that. But yeah, it breaks obviously. It's really funny to see how that affects it. It's just that this just... I don't know how you... Yeah, you definitely have to have more than one welder setup then, and yeah, multitask like crazy for that to be a thing. But you got it. In an average cycle score, and I don't know, pretty average footprint too. Kind of low on the block count, which, you know, that's nice, I guess. Let's listen to this mission briefing, and then next time we'll tackle this, whatever it is.
Hey, the first ship is nearly finished, but we haven't gotten the control systems installed yet. That shouldn't take too much time, though.
It's patrols. Multiple cruisers inbound.
Wait, what? Wait. Ah, down!
Right, fire control system. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. 2 more puzzles, we can do it. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.